Hello! Like many others, I grew up playing wrestling games. As a young lad, I loved the classic WWF SmackDown games on the mighty PlayStation 1. Even if I did wrestle like a jobber and lost every match, it was still a fun time. And what else did I grow up with when I was a kid? The Simpsons. Yes, I remember coming home from school right now, watching the programme every day, and sometimes after it finished, I would play some classic hit and run. Fond, glorious memories, I'll tell you. But what do you get when you merge The Simpsons with wrestling? Sadly, you get this atrocity, The Simpsons Wrestling. It came out in 2001 and it's considered to be one of the worst games of all time. Oh god, it smells like one too. Oh, I found this game at the bottom of the lake, and for good reason. People want rid of it. They would rather throw it away and forget all about it. Today, I'm going to show you why that is. Upon pressing the start button, you'll be introduced to a menu screen that offers only two modes: New Challenger Circuit and Practice Mode. Practice is self-explanatory. A new challenger is a series of matches against the roster, which is quite limited. So, who am I going to choose with this terrible attempt of portraying a true Scotsman like? You know it's gonna be my main man Willie, who looks like he's having a great difficulty accepting the terrible fact he is included on the poor roster. I feel for you, laddie. I do.
Groundskeeper Willie versus Bart Simpson.
If you'd been born in Scotland, we'd have thrown you to the wolves.
After I win, I'll still respect you as much as I ever did, or ever will.
That's strange. That's exactly what other people have said about this game. Yeah, this is bollocks. What you see is what you get, and it's definitely not wrestling. How can it be? There isn't a single wrestling move. No choke slams, power bombs, or pile drivers. Instead, it's bitch slaps and waving around an old garden rake. The game should have been called the Simpsons Super Brawl or something like that. That would make sense. But what isn't so super is the terrible AI and the fact you only get 3 different attacks. How is this going to work? It fucking doesn't. And why does each attack require stamina to perform? You just end up spamming the square button as that's the light attack. Or I guess you can use this move.
Ow, quit it. Ow, quit it.
The only good thing I can say about this game is the characters. They're voiced by the show's real actors, but the dialogue, it isn't funny.
In wrestling, it's not whether you win or lose, it's how drunk you get afterwards.
Looty too. Look at me, I'm Scottish. I wear a dress and play the bagpipes.
So actually, no. There's nothing nice I can say about this game. Everything about it is horrible. It plays so bad, the graphics is appalling, the character animations is stiff, the crowd is lifeless, and it appears as though they've all been steamrolled. This just isn't fun. It's more annoying than anything. I spent more than enough time in this ring running around waiting for the stamina to charge up, just so I can tap the circle button. It acts like a special move. That special attack allows him to hop on his skateboard, and as for Willie, well, he can put down traps. Really? Traps? What? That's not how you pin. How did they get that wrong? No, I'm not having that. The opponent has to be facing up with his or her shoulders pinned to the ground. It's basic wrestling knowledge 101, and this game even cocked that up. What's even more daft is after you win by pinfall, you need to do it again, because it's round based. You know, like a fighting game. It begs the question, has the makers of this game ever watched a wrestling match before? Clearly not.
Yeah!
Another question I have on my mind right now is why is everyone fighting anyway? Because after you win the match, it's straight on to the next opponent. No introductory text boxes, dialogue, or cutscenes. I'm not even sure that there is a story. So I'm gonna check online real quick. An alien force, most likely Kang Kurdos, has challenged the people of Springfield to a wrestling tournament. Yeah, it sounds as stupid as the pinfalls. So as you play on, you'll fight some new characters which can be unlocked after beating them. They're not hard with a poor AI, but the matches can be very tedious. If you want to suffer a little more, you can play on and fight the boss characters. Here is Smiths and Mr. Burns, and it's Frustration Station. Check this out. Mr. Burns continuously throws explosives throughout the whole fight. How is this fair? Yeah, sure there's handicap matches in wrestling, and in a video game they can be quite challenging, but they don't throw fucking nuclear-powered bombs. Man, it's such a difficulty spike, it's nonsense. I can't even pin Smiths to end the match.
1, 2, 3.
What? That was a 3 count! Oh, I don't believe it! Guess what? I know a bit of sign language to describe that pinfall. If you thought this match was cheap, then this is nothing when you're up against Ned Flanders. He is possibly the dumbest, most broken-ass character I have ever seen in a video game. Besides his basic punch attacks, he has the ability to launch Bibles, which is unblockable. And if somehow it misses, it will find a way to smash you in the face.
Tokely dokely.
But that's not the worst of all, far from it. The worst attack Flanders has is the ability to pray to God so he can summon bolts of lightning. This kind of overpowered bullshit is damn right cheating, especially when the guy is resurrected after a pinfall. Yeah, that's right, you heard me correctly. He is resurrected and you have to pin him again to win the round. That means you have to pin him 4 times to win the match. That bends the rules. How is this fair? It's so cheap. Ned Flanders may be a man of God, but so am I, because thank the heavens that this game has cheats. In the pause menu, you can input a cheat code that gives you infinite stamina. And I'll tell you, it worked wonders. The match was much easier. In fact, every match going forward was easier, and it sped things up considerably, because in no time, I made it to the end of the circuit and defeated Kang Kurdos.
Arg! Arg!
So, now with new Challenger Circuit beaten, you can play the Defender Circuit. It's another series of matches that is slightly harder. Well, I say harder. Upon beating all 3 circuits, you are rewarded with Exhibition Mode. Come on, Exhibition Mode. It should have been unlocked from the very start. It kind of reminds me of WWE Character Creation Mode. There was many styles to choose from, but as time passed on, the styles was locked behind paywalls and in-game currency. I hate it. Now, for your efforts, there is a bonus option that lets your players itchy and scratchy. And well, yeah, this is what you get for putting a few miserable hours into the game. Why did I fucking bother? So that was the Simpsons Wrestling. A waste of an afternoon. The game fails a bit of failure. And just like all the other people, I don't want to play this crap anymore. I don't even want to see it. I want it to be gone. I'm going to put it back in the lake. Wait, that's no good. Some other fool like me might find it. And then they'll have to suffer. Think, lad, think. I've got it. The game is scrap. So it belongs in a scrapyard. Yeah, that's a better place for it. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for? We need to move right away. Get rid of this piece of shit.